Joining us now via the phone is JT Neal. Welcome to my gigantic cell phone, JT.
This is insane. This is like the coolest setup I've ever seen. Is it like a real cell phone there in person?
Yeah. There's like, it's actually here. My daughter built it and it's here. I mean, presto magico, and that's how. Yeah, she's an artist. Elise Drake is her name. She's a sculptor in Nashville. So welcome. Where are you calling in from today, JT? Are you in Florida?
I'm in Los Angeles.
Ah, I'll be heading out to you soon. I'm coming in early June. I'm going to be going to the Magic Castle for the first time.
Oh, my favorite place. I was just there with my girlfriend, I guess like 2 years ago now.
Okay.
It was like, it's the first time I'd ever been, and it was a dream of mine to go since I was like a child. And I finally got to go. I ended up meeting somebody at a Steve Martin concert, and he got me in, and it was amazing. You're gonna love it.
I am so excited. I'll be actually celebrating my birthday, which is June 3rd. And I had asked you about your birthday when we were off camera, and you said that on IMDb the year is wrong. So you're actually like a year younger. You're born in '95, right?
Yeah. Everything on Google is wrong. Don't trust anything you read.
Absolutely. And so you said you had gone there with your girlfriend, and you guys have been together a long time, like 6 years. She's also an actor.
Yeah.
So have you guys been working on any projects together? Or do you plan on doing that?
I would love to. I would love to work with her, except I think she would way outshine me. No, yeah, we, funny enough, have not worked together on anything in the entire 6 years that we've been together. But she's working all the time. She's doing short films and feature films, and I just kind of get to sit back and enjoy it.
I think sometimes it's nice when you date somebody that's also in your profession, because being in the entertainment profession, sometimes it's long hours, it's challenging, sometimes you're traveling. I mean, it is kind of glamorous, and I'm not saying anything bad about it, except that you kind of need to be with somebody that can understand what you're dealing with, right?
Yeah, that kind of gets what you're doing and understands, like you said, the hours, and especially like in pivoting, I have a lot of very intimate scenes with Ginnifer Goodwin, and having a partner that understands that that's just a job. And she's actually the thing she said to me was like, don't embarrass me, because she's a big fan of Jennifer's. She was like, you better not embarrass me. And that was the only thing she said to me about it.
It's very, very cute. So tell us about pivoting. Tell us about the whole process of it, and what it is, and where people can watch it.
Hey, did you lose weight? You're gonna be back in your skinny jeans before you know it. You're gonna look so freaking hot. You gotta send me a picture.
Yeah, so pivoting is from the incredible mind of Liz Astroff, with Ginnifer Goodwin and Maggie Q and Eliza Coupe, Tommy Dewey, a lot of incredible actors. And it's about these three best friends who lose one of their best friends to cancer at a young age. And they all kind of go through collective crises, life crises, and try to figure out how to live their best lives right now and not wait until it's too late. So they all have their own pivots in their lives to who they're going to be moving forward now. My character is I'm the personal trainer of Ginnifer Goodwin's character. And we kind of start to fall for each other, and just bring out the best in each other. And she's kind of in a marriage that she's not happy with. And I just kind of provide some support and love. And she does that for me in my life as well. And it works out, oddly enough.
Oddly enough. What was your first main role where you and your family were able to either sit around your television or your computer or the big screen and say, wow, there I am, I did it?
It was a show on Disney XD back a million years ago called Lab Rats. I was fresh out of high school, and actually I think I was still in high school when I shot it. I hadn't graduated yet. And it was the coolest experience. I had never been on TV before. I had never, except for just some little commercials in Texas. But yeah, it was real. Like I was on a set on a lot in Los Angeles, and I was shooting, and there were 4 cameras on me, and it was insane. But it was very exciting, and yeah, it's just kind of been little by little moving upwards since then.
And is that why you made the move? You had mentioned Texas. So did you grow up in the South and then you made the move to Los Angeles for your career?
Yeah, I did. I grew up in a little tiny town called Pilot Point, Texas, about an hour north of Dallas. And I went to high school in Dallas. And I knew that it was always something that I wanted to do. But in high school, it was all theater training. It was I was going to an arts magnet high school, which was an incredible education. I learned how to do everything. We had directing classes and stage management, lighting design and costume design and everything that you could think of, which really set me up for when I did eventually make the move to Los Angeles. It made me a much more well-rounded actor because I kind of understood what everybody's job was on the set. And that's really invaluable.
I couldn't agree any more with you than what you had just said, because it's true. You know, we also, even here on my show, we kind of like cross-pollinate, and one person's doing this and one person's doing the run of the show and somebody else is doing this part. And it's good to be well-versed in many different things, because then you have this collaborative team effort that always comes together more successfully than if you're just in your own little silo. So pivoting, what did you enjoy best about it, the overall experience?
You know, it was interesting. It was the first show that I had done during COVID. And so the things that I normally love about working on a show, like hanging out with the cast members and getting to know crew members, was kind of non-existent because we were kept so separate from everybody. And that was a really weird situation for me, because I was like, I got to go meet everybody. I got to go shake hands and I got to introduce myself. But what it allowed me to do was it allowed me to get really close with Jenny behind the scenes, and I was able to talk to her really in depth because, you know, my focus was just on her because she was the only person near me, and we got to know each other really well. And she would talk about, you know, her husband and her kids and her dogs, and we would talk about knitting together, and it was just amazing.
JT, did you say knitting?
Yeah. Yes.
Knitting? Knitting?
Correct. Yeah. I took up knitting back in September. One of my old cast members on Bless This Mess, she's been knitting for many years, and I asked her if she could teach me, and she was like, nothing would make me happier. Shout out Nancy Linehan.
I love that so much, only because my daughter, Elise, who I mentioned earlier in the segment, she could crochet, she could do all of these things, and that is a lost art. So good for you. Good for you. So thank you for joining us. You know, and on the back of your headshot, I guess now you have another special skill, right? You can now say knitting. You know, what else is on there? Like sword swallowing or motorcycling or what do you
I wish. No, it's mostly just like knitting, and unicycling is on there.
Okay, unicycling's good. That's a good one. I don't know. How about balloon animals? Have you ever made a balloon animal?
I get so anxious that it's gonna pop, and I can't get past the twisty part of it.
Well, one of my early jobs was doing magic tricks, you know, which brings me back to the Magic Castle. And I can make a balloon animal. So if you want me to show you some time, I'll do a YouTube video of it and I'll send it your way. It's not as scary as it looks. So it was nice to spend some time.
Disneyland, they're just like whipping out dogs and horses and Mickey Mouse ears, and it's so cool. But yeah, that's not a skill that I have.
Well, you have beautiful skills on the screen, and continued success to you on your journey. And thank you again for stopping by. Thanks for calling in on our big phone. Thanks again, JT.
Oh my God, it was an honor. This is super cool. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Be well. Bye-bye.